What proof do y'all got?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? You're here, okay? You're a part of very serious crimes. You have to be honest about all of it.
My partner talked to your mom, and I believe that she's raised you to be an honest person and take responsibility for your actions. I don't think things went the way you thought they were going to go, but now is the time to be honest and be upfront.
349 Cruise, I'm pretty sure this guy's that driver's shot. Yeah, dude, he's done.
So y'all trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Well, this isn't going to juvenile court, buddy. This is an aggravated murder.
So y'all trying to send me?
When Dayton police received reports of a carjacking at 1 a.m. on January 26, 2022, it seemed like a usual case. However, when gunshots rang out in the same part of the city just an hour later, officers quickly realized they were dealing with something far more gruesome. Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed in an assassination-style murder. With no suspects in sight, investigators tracked the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to a house in southern Dayton View. Believing the two crimes were connected, officers arrested 4 teenagers, including 15-year-old DeTravon Mitchell and 15-year-old Tylen Peaks, who were brought to the Dayton Police Department for further questioning.
Tell me how he came into contact with you today, Mr. Peaks.
I woke up and I just seen SWAT team. Because my friend woke me up, he said, "Brother, SWAT team is outside." I said, "Why?" He said, "You don't know, bro, you gotta go outside." So that's when me and my friends went outside, and I just ended up here.
Okay, well, let's back way up then, because obviously the day didn't start with the SWAT team. What happened way before you woke up to the SWAT team?
I was chilling.
Where were you chilling at?
322 a.m.
Who were you there to chill with?
Me and Ray.
And who?
And Ray. But I just had pulled up, and then that's when I got sleepy, so I went to sleep.
Detectives are faced with 2 crime scenes. The first, a carjacking on St. Agnes Road at around 1 a.m. The second, the murder of Brandon Cooper, took place just minutes away on Fergus Avenue. But strangely, it happened almost an hour later. While detectives know that the teenagers have to be involved in the carjacking, since the stolen vehicle was found in their garage, they were now trying to determine whether they also played a role in Cooper's murder.
I'll be frank with you. I know you didn't go to sleep. That's not what happened. We expect you to be honest with us because we are honest with you.
I did go to sleep.
I'm not going to lie to you, so I prefer that you don't lie to me. When we ask you questions about what happened, know that we already know what happened. I'm seeing if you're going to be honest with me, and you haven't been so far. And we're right at the beginning, so that's kind of silly, right?
Okay.
So we know that you and Ron and Trey and Ray caught a lift earlier today.
So I don't got no proof I caught no lift. At the house, I went to sleep. I ain't catch no lift. I don't even got lift money to catch lift.
The plan was never to pay for it. The plan was to steal the car that's in the garage at the house where you were laying your head. Or where you say you were laying your head. How old are you?
15.
15. Okay. You wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to sit in that chair.
No.
And you wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to catch adult charges for this kind of thing, okay?
You guys don't charge me for it.
We're going to charge you for 2 counts of aggravated robbery and a count of aggravated murder. This isn't the first lift you guys have done. You've probably done 10 of them, okay? You're going to go get locked up this morning for 2 counts of aggravated robbery. You took 2 cars this morning. And the second one resulted.
Do you understand?
What proof do y'all got?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? What do you think everyone else has been in here and said, sitting in that chair right there?
I don't know what they said. I don't know.
You're right. You don't know what they said, but we know what they said.
Unfortunately for Tylen Peaks, detectives had already spoken with the 3 other suspects, including DeTravon Mitchell, who had opened up to them much more easily just 4 hours earlier.
So tell me what happened tonight. How did you guys all get together?
They called me.
Say again?
They called me asking me to come over.
We're gonna go hit a lick. What was the plan?
Find some girls.
Alright. So did you find any girls?
Yeah.
Okay. They just didn't want to hang out? Okay. So, at some point you all leave, right? And you go get an Uber. Is that fair? Were you going to go somewhere? Okay. What was the plan? Just take their car?
Yeah.
Okay. And that is, you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay? That's all we want. When they got there, was it a man or woman that came?
Yeah, what's up, man? Hope y'all have a blessed one. Back with another one right here. We got Clueless, 15-year-old killer thinks he can outsmart the detective. Let's get back into this one right here, man.
Okay. Do you remember what kind of car it was? Is it the car that's in your garage?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, or yes? Okay. It's a Subaru, and it was you, Ray, Ty, and Ron. Fair? Okay. Was the plan to always to rob her, or did somebody say something while you were driving, or how did it happen?
Just happened in plain sight.
On the night of January 26, 2022, Tylen, DeTravon, and their friends Ray and Ron had booked a Lyft ride with the intent of stealing the vehicle. Though each suspect had a different story, detectives determined that the ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone at 12:30 a.m, with the armed carjacking taking place shortly after at around 1 a.m.
How many guns were in the car?
So,
2. What kind of guns?
I don't know. It was honestly, one was MP9.
Who had that one?
Me.
Okay. Who else had a gun?
Where did they was passing the gun around.
Okay. Do you know who started with the gun?
And both had it.
Who's both?
Ty and Ray.
Ty and Ray. So Ty and Ray were kind of passing the other gun around?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Possible.
Eventually, detectives also broke Tylen Peaks, who admitted to playing a key role in the carjacking.
Alright, it was me, Ryan, Ray, and Treacher. But I don't know, I just know about the first lift. We booked
So tell us what happened.
We booked the lift, and then we just told her to get out the car. And that's when she got out the car, she started yelling and stuff. That's when we parked the car back in the garage. That's the only thing, that's the only lift I know about. I don't know about no murder.
Tell her about who ordered the lift and who was sitting where and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know who ordered the lift.
Did you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive.
Okay. Who drove?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You can't do this, Tylen. This doesn't work, man. Who got in the driver's seat?
Ty, I think.
Who drove the car?
Ty.
Okay.
While detectives now had enough evidence to believe that DeTravon and Tylen were primarily responsible for the first carjacking, they still faced a much bigger challenge: solving the second crime, as they had a murder victim on their hands. This task, however, would prove itself to be much more difficult than anticipated.
Do you feel bad about what happened? I just told you, ag robbery, ag murder. You know exactly
Who did I murder?
His name was Brandon.
I don't know who Brandon is.
You don't have to know somebody to kill somebody, believe it or not.
So you're trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Look at all these pages. You're not number one, bro. Okay?
Can you read? You can't read them out
No, I'm
loud?
not gonna read anything. I don't tell you what I know. You tell me what you did, and that's how this works. I would bet every penny I've ever made in my life that DeTravon, Ty, Ray, and Ron went back out to hit another lick, because that one was fun and that one worked, and then the second one went sideways. Okay? So that's where we're at. You're here. You did grown-up stuff, and that's where we're at. We got us a car, let's go get another one. Right? Okay, so tell me about that. What was the goal? To get another car?
To get some money.
Get some money, okay? Same 4 people? Okay? Everybody sit in the back, everybody sit in the front. Okay. Who all has guns in the car this time?
Same people.
Huh?
Same people.
You and Ty, or you and Ty and Ray?
I gave my gun to one of them.
Huh?
I gave my gun to one of them.
Which one? Because that's important, you know what I mean? Who'd you give the gun to?
I don't see how niggas can go commit crimes and then tell on each other. Like, what's the point of going to do the shit in the first place? I think we should all huddle up and ask each other that before we go do it. Like, what the fuck?
Ty and Ray. The only two that had sticks.
So Ty and Ray both had guns. One of them had yours. Okay. Who said what?
We did the same thing the last time.
They just full guns on it. So they.
And that's the messed up part. Like I like what make a nigga snitch if a nigga was down to do the crime though. That shit be the wildest shit ever.
Full guns on it, right? Somebody say, "Give me the car. Get out."
Get out the car.
Get out the car. What does he do?
Just sit there.
He didn't get out. Okay. What happened next?
Got out the car.
All four of you got out of the car?
Nah. Didn't get out the car.
But they're still, but
They still in the back.
Ty and Ray are still in the back seat. Okay? And they're the guys with guns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they're still in the back seat when he takes off. And how many gunshots you hear?
2.
According to DeTravon, Tylen and Ray both stayed inside the car when 2 shots were fired, killing Lyft driver Brandon Cooper. Before the fatal shots, he claimed that he and Ron had already stepped out of the vehicle. Interestingly, Tylen told a nearly identical story, with one key difference. He insisted that he and Ron were the only ones who got out of the car, not DeTravon. Both these stories, however, would soon turn out to be impossible.
I think there's a little bit of mistruth that you're telling me about this second event, okay? And I know what you did, right? And I get it. You put your pole on somebody else and don't put yourself in committing this second offense, which you did. Right?
No.
No, come on, man.
I'm telling you the truth.
You've been telling me the truth so far, but I think this is the part where it gets a little hairy because this puts you involved in this man being shot.
To be real with you, just keep it on running.
Do it.
Shot 3 times.
Huh?
Shot 3 times.
Who shot 3 times? You shot 3 times?
No. Right. Tyler and Ron get out.
Ty and Ron get out.
Me and Ray stay in the car.
Who has your gun?
Ray.
And then who's got the other gun?
Ty.
Ty has the other gun.
Went to his door and tried to pull him out the car.
Ty tried to pull him out the door.
He skirted off. And then Ray shot him twice.
Let's do this. Okay, so stand up. I'm the driver, right? Come over here. I'm the driver, and he's trying to pull him out, right? And he went in, and so Ty's trying to pull him out.
His door was locked.
So Ty can't get in the door.
Yeah.
So where is Ray when Ray shoots him?
Ray right here is normally
Outside of the car.
inside the door.
So I'm facing this way, right? So how does Ray shoot him?
He had a gun, something like this.
Okay?
And then he shot him twice.
Where did he hit him? And point on my body.
Either right here or back there somewhere.
Okay? So he shot him inside the car, but hit him in the upper back. Okay? And you were right there.
There's no other bullet holes anywhere.
So
There's no
what did-
bullet holes in the interior. He's got 2 in the back.
2 in his back.
Yeah.
Not through the seat or anything.
No, his story is bullshit. Because the car was stopped right at the curb, right at the intersection.
Okay.
A shot couldn't have been fired after he started to pull away from inside the car because they were already stopped at the intersection. That's right where the casings are.
Both DeTravon and Tylen had purposefully withheld a crucial detail.
What's going on, y'all?
When officers arrived on Ferguson Avenue at 2:08 a.m, they pronounced.
Huh? What the fuck? Was these niggas on the scene?
What's going on, y'all?
When officers arrived on Ferguson Avenue at 2:08 a.m, they pronounced 35-year-old Brandon Cooper dead at the scene. 2 bullet casings were found inside the car, supporting DeTravon's claims that Cooper had been shot from inside the vehicle. However, what didn't add up was the discovery of 2 additional bullet casings outside on the road.
Did shoot this man. We're here, man. Look at me. We're here, okay?
Shoot, no, we not here.
I mean, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It sucks. It's a terrible decision. But if you shot this man, just tell me you shot this man. And so we don't keep doing all this. Okay, I'm gonna keep making notes and writing stuff that's gonna walk us in circles, and it's all lies, man. It's all just nonsense.
Hard, I did.
Huh?
I did.
You did it. Where did you shoot him from?
Twice inside the car, once outside the car.
Twice inside the car, once outside the car. Were there any bullets left in your car, in your gun? Just the way you talked to me, just the way you showed me? Were you on the driver's side by the door or in the middle? In the middle. Twice inside the car, and then you shot like at the car?
One time, yeah.
Did you hit him, do you think?
I don't know.
Surprisingly, DeTravon eventually confessed, claiming that he alone was responsible for Brandon Cooper's murder. Although the accounts of what actually transpired on January 26, 2022 varied among the 4 suspects, detectives had an explanation for the key moments. It all began around 12:30 a.m. when a Lyft ride was booked using DeTravon Mitchell's phone. Approximately 25 minutes later, as the driver reached a stop sign on St. Agnes Road, DeTravon and Tylen, who were both armed, pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot. They robbed the victim, taking her belongings before Tylen took control of the vehicle and drove it to Anna Street, where they parked it inside a garage. At around 1:40 a.m., just like the first incident, a second Lyft ride was booked, again starting on Oak Ridge Drive. This time, however, it ended on Ferguson Avenue at 1:51 a.m., just 1 street away from the first crime scene. Once again, DeTravon and Tylen played key roles in the robbery. Inside the car, they both pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot with the apparent intention of robbing the victim. When he did not comply, DeTravon fired 2 shots into his back, fatally wounding him, before firing a 3rd round at the vehicle as all 4 teenagers fled. The second bullet casing found outside on the ground came from Tylen's firearm, as he also fired at the vehicle while escaping. 9 minutes after the murder, at 2 a.m, surveillance cameras captured the group running back toward Anna Street.
Go to the parking lot, and then
It's so hot.
so we start running,
You see police where?
going down the street.
Like towards where you just came from? Like where you shot the guy?
Around an hour later, a SWAT team raided the building after tracking the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to the house where the teenagers had been staying.
God
They were
damn.
then arrested and taken to Dayton PD for questioning.
Do you feel bad about what happened?
Yeah, I didn't know he got murdered.
What did you think happened when he crashed?
He got out.
Did you see him get out?
I told you I ran. I just ran.
How the
New here at 5, 2 17-year-olds are headed to prison for murdering a Lyft driver. And in court today, the driver's mother had words for those teens. News Center 7's Mike Campbell joins us live. Mike, lots of emotion at the Montgomery County Courthouse today.
Absolutely, James. DeTravon Mitchell and Tylen Peaks were only 15 years old when Brandon Cooper was lured to a robbery attempt and then shot to death in 2022.
During the trial, both Tylen Peaks and DeTravon Mitchell were tried as adults due to the severity of their charges. Initially, Tylen pleaded not guilty, but as overwhelming evidence of his involvement surfaced, he later changed his plea to guilty. Similar to DeTravon Mitchell, Tylen was convicted on multiple charges, including murder, aggravated robbery, felonious motor vehicle, and tampering with evidence. Although Tylen was never definitively linked to the fatal shots that killed Brandon Cooper, police records revealed that he had been involved in multiple similar robberies in the days leading up to the murder. These prior offences proved critical in court. As a result, Tylen Peaks was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison, while DeTravon Mitchell received 25 years to life. Ray and Ron, whose identities were never made public, were tried in juvenile court due to their lesser roles in Brandon Cooper's murder.
To the Cooper family, I want to start off by saying I'm sorry for the things that I put y'all through. I never meant for anything like that to happen. I'm not the monster they making me to be. I'm human, and all humans make mistakes. I just so happen to make it really bad.
The life you took, that faithful man,
I'm sorry, taking a nigga life is not a mistake. That's just one mistake we can't do, like, for no reason either. For your greed. We don't make them type of mistakes. Killing a nigga a mistake? Nah, hell nah, you ain't finna tell me that.
faithful morning was an amazing young man who would help anyone and literally give you the shirt off his back.
When Brandon Cooper kissed his wife goodnight on January 25th, he began his usual night shift as a Lyft driver, working to provide for his family. No one could have predicted that just hours later, his life would be tragically cut short.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end this one right here, man. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all have a blessed one. See y'all on the next video.